My whole life, to learn means to wonder and ask questions. What the hell is even parkour? A question we're all forced to ask and try to answer. The beautiful truth of it all is that the reason we don't know how to answer that question perfectly is that parkour is your own expression through movement. Us parkour nerds know we can trace the modern origins to France and the influence of a father onto his son and his friends. The natural movement Raymond Bell experienced grew into what we call parkour today. I trace my parkour origin to how I've learned most things in my life. My friends.
What is the... Oh.
It's a trivia card. No,
He's like, you like us?
I like you guys. You got big plans? I'm busy. I have a friend's engagement party to go to.
Oh. My sister's here in Frederick for her friend's engagement party.
Yeah, so it goes like, what, rare, medium rare,
so you just go like this.
well done, and then,
Alright, cool.
I mean, after that.
Achievement unlocked.
Hell yeah.
10 years ago, I had seen Luis and Reed moving in a way I had only hoped to learn. It was senior year of high school, and graduation was around the corner with so much talk of a new chapter. The new chapter I had was learning this style of movement we know as parkour.
Can I do this free now? It's giving me false confidence.
No, it's real confidence. Real Sham confidence. Holy shit.
I'm gonna be so much momentum. I got it though.
They showed me what their friends had shown them, and I was hooked. Just like most people in the community, I wanted to document it. I picked up a camera and filmed everything.
Whoa.
You weren't recording until just now. I hate you.
Are you gonna like read aloud? Okay, let's see what we came here for. Dun, 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 dun.
There's more stuff underneath. Yes, look at that. David.
Wait,
You like the
what?
look?
Was this the
Right?
same one that you showed me yesterday?
What do you mean?
No, you asked me if it was you wanted to get black or silver.
That was for Sebastian.
Oh,
This is my camera.
but they look the same.
They're not.
Oh, yours is much different. Much different.
Flip out screen.
For months, I jumped and climbed, just trying to capture my new journey. After what feels like a lifetime, I finally feel like I understand progression. In parkour, a lot of the time, when you see a finished project, usually a film, it's the makes, the best clips, and people will film everything. There's so much you don't see.
Franco.
I thought the water would just push it. I didn't know if like, oh, they're in a propeller now they're... Alright.
Go!
No! so bad.
There's so much that goes into making something into what people want to see. And really, you don't get all of it. You don't get to almost fully understand what parkour is to that person all the way. Sometimes you do. Unless you can recreate all of the moments that don't make the final cut, you don't get to see the whole process.
Could you imagine if my freaking one of these fell off? I would cry. If my key, but look at that.
It may be cliche, but progression truly isn't linear.
Too late.
Life happens.
Well, it's not a problem if I don't stay up till 4 in the morning.
Normal person can be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?"
Yeah.
But his response is like, he doesn't even look at her. Watch this. He doesn't even look at her.
That's weird.
You're what?
I guess that's why he keeps her around.
Is this Natalie?
Yeah, that's Natalie. It's always hurting.
Alright.
So we still haven't deviated. Yeah. Ow! Like real genuine.
Honestly, I really do like the black on black.
Video goes crazy, dude.
Oh, it's not a photo.
Nope.
I'm not driving on the ride.
Meeting the parents.
You get COVID. You work at a COVID testing site. You go to the beach with your friends. Hell, you might even get to go to Hawaii.
Okay.
You're not afraid to fall sometimes.
No tienes que comérselo todo.
Much like my training, sometimes I end up going back to the basics. Sometimes I don't train for months. And I hate to admit it, but years, too. I would feel like I'm back on track, but then I would find myself watching old clips wondering if I'll ever be able to do that again. Even though I may not do the things I used to do, my training remains pretty much the same. I work up to a challenge after warming up and use the environment around me to find out where my body wants to go and how to make it fun. I might end up doing the same challenge for a whole session, but it feels right. It might just be a small jump or two, or something I've been stuck on for years. I end up doing the same jump a million times, but because I know the result will be worth it, I can't help but get so excited. If I stick this, I'm going back. My legs are dead. Parkour isn't all roof jumps and wild clips. For me, at least. It's a lot of curb jumps. A lot of climb ups on one wall. A lot of strides. Doing the same thing over and over, just tweaking it little by little, and taking your time to get it just right. it always makes it worth it in the end.
Looking cramp mid-jump.
Even if it's just jumping to a rail or getting a jump just right. As I progressed, so did the people around me. The reality of it is that the present always becomes the past. When we start, we get so good so fast. Like, I did a climb up in like 2 weeks. That was insane to me. Or at least it is to me now. And, you know, we're all ready to form teams. Trying to get sponsored. And then we go to college. We move out. We grow up. Progress happens. And we still continue. I use my past to learn and grow. I use my present to try and enjoy the moment.
And the thing that keeps me looking toward the future is community.
The sense of belonging to something bigger. My first time going out of state for a parkour jam
Small for the camera.
was Steel City. I think of getting in the car with Luis, Reed, and Sam and making our way to Pittsburgh. You know, we were staying for 2 nights. When you paid for the ticket, there was a church, we were staying at. It was the basement, picked a spot on the floor and kicked it. We got to see some of the best spots in Pittsburgh and crashed at the church the first night.
It was day 2 of the jam, and me being the parkour baby I was, seeing a guy do flips so effortlessly, I was, amazed. And I find myself getting amazed still at every single jam I go now, for different reasons now, for sure. But we met this guy who happened to be named Steve. Steve was a gymnast at the beginning of his career and left gymnastics for parkour because, it seemed more fun. Found out that we were staying at the church and was like, nah, you guys can come to my house. So it was the first time a parkour person, stranger, was inviting me into their home and saying, come stay, come use my pool, use my parkour setup in the front of dude's house. What? Have any of the snacks that are all over the floor like it's a freaking apocalypse, dude. It was incredible. And it was so kind. And so many parkour people would do that for you. That's what a jam feels like. That's what our community feels like. And how many of us have opened our own home for another person in our community?
How many of us have given a stranger our home?
It's correct.
I still need to get your rescue 2 patch.
This looks really
Is there a new
nice.
one?
Yours?
Yes, sir.
No.
I'll show you in a second. It's like, what? That looks so good, yes. That's exciting. It's very exciting. It's not, it's only your face.
Parkour taught me this so early on. I always felt like I had friends and family so close that I never even had to know. We're all connected by this one thing that we can't even come to a consensus about, but we know how much it means to us all. Almost 10 years later, I found myself finally getting a chance to go to Hubbable. I've been hearing about it since I started. It's a parkour jam held in Boston, Massachusetts. I didn't know if anyone else from Maryland was going, so I figured it would be a fun solo trip on the train, On the way, I got a DM from a friend who I had never actually met in person before. I had been training outside a dorm at Salisbury University when two students pulled up on me right outside of a dorm, asked me if I knew Harmon. And at the time, I was visiting Trey and just wanted to get some training in, really. I told them, I was like, maybe, because I knew one person in the area who trained, but I never knew their name. I only talked to them on Discord. Yeah. They explained that Harmon is a friend of theirs that also does parkour. And that I should follow him on Instagram. So I did. He DM'd me. We tried to meet up. But, I was honestly there just to hang out with Trey, so it was just... we didn't get the chance because I left 2 days later. But here he is messaging me on the train to Hubbable. We meet up at the station, and I finally get to meet this guy who I have known for forever, it feels like. Not forever, but it feels like I already knew him.
Safe though. Our Uber will be here in 1 minute. 600 feet away.
Being able to meet up with Harmon, it was like I'd found another friend. One in the same state as me, no less. Who we had even been friends before even meeting in real life. Friends are the reason I'm who I am today. Since the first video I've made, I'm leaning on people around me to make it happen. Whether it be my own flesh and blood, or my friend's sister being nice enough to let me edit my video on her MacBook. Each time I put together a project, I include the people I got to capture along the way.
Got it.
The entire opposite.
Clips that I get to watch and rewatch hundreds of times on the edit alone.
Oh yeah?
My progress only goes forward because of each one of these humans. They make me feel like I can do it. They make it all possible. And light a fire under me, even when I feel like I can't bring any wood to the fire. Luis helped me get started, and even inspired me to make my first video. He also introduced me to the friend who inspired this film.
Rolling.
Yo, it's your boy.
Who are you, and how long have you been doing parkour?
My name is Samet, and I've been doing parkour for, this will be my 15th year.
How would you summarize the Sons of Modus?
Yeah! Oh my god, these things are coming back to haunt me. You know what's funny? You can go on Instagram, type in Sons of Modus, and the Instagram is still there.
Oh, word? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's funny because I literally did that the other day.
That's funny.
So this is funny that this came up. Yeah, so Sons of Modus was like a parkour team. It started off with me and this guy named Ben Price, who I don't even know what he's doing anymore. Last I remember is he got a degree in physics and now he's a personal trainer, so that's all I know about Ben these days. It started off with Ben Price and myself, and then we added Luis Gomez and Reed Hearn.
So that's the reason I wanted to make progression videos. When I met Samet, he had already made a couple of progressions.
That's exactly what he meant to do.
After a year of getting to know each other, eventually living together, we trained a lot. I was helping him film his own Progression 5. And in watching him go through this process, I knew that I wanted to put everything into mine.
That was better.
These videos we started making in the beginning have become so much more.
Yeah.
Creating a thing people will watch and making sure you properly show how much of your whole heart goes into it is no easy task.
Yes!
What I want you to take away from this video is that progression is whatever you make it to be. Progress at your own pace, and parkour is the same. It's whatever you make it to be. And you progress at your own pace, and try and enjoy yourself along the way.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Shit. You don't even see that. Shit fucked.
Why do what?
We keep going, you know?
That's what it's about, bro.
You gotta know when to call it.
Real life shit. We're gonna be back.
Absolutely.
Always.
Having a person like Samet join me for all of this has helped me more than I ever could have imagined.
Right? I just fucking suck.
They say to give people your flowers while they're still here.
Yes!
Starting with Samet, I plan to do just that.
Wow. Hey, dog. I did a parkour.
And thankfully again, I had a friend showing me the way.
We talk about, hey, you trying to run so wild.
Yo, I know I ate one yesterday and I was like, this is fire. They don't usually use Baileys.
Roll.
Oh yeah?
You know. Oh, you filming or I thought you were taking a photo, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, it's kind of both. A video is multiple
you got all that
photos.
words on there, I might as well just flip it. What if I just jump and then gate over this rail thing right here?
I mean, there's a hefty drop there,
That's
buddy.
a bit hefty drop. My back is sore, my knees ain't that sore, so you know.
It's doable.
It's doable. What?
Thank you for watching. It means more to me than you could ever know. Bye.
I'll just do that. Yeah, man. The bomb is fun. Yeah, man. This is a setup for myself. Right now. It's fine. It'll be fine. Chicken wing, no, not really spicy. And I'm just like, how much you putting on there? Oh, nah, that's a decent.
Yo, Daniel, have you seen this yet?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, there's no joke.
I've been training here for like 45 minutes and I just started filming because look at these little guys.
Oh my god, how's it compared to Atomic in Canada? Remember that one? Oh. It doesn't compare. Oh, okay, cool.
First call of Light Yaga.
Oh my god. It's pretty.
such a coincidence.
And you still go eat it.